must so do. Card of your deck to the top, strengthened by 3, trigger all release cooldown. That's pretty cool, I can choose. Damage unit by 1. Yeah, I like this though. Help my combos a little more, we're gonna do that. Pounds, how may I help you today? Play, okay. Oh, that's pretty cool. So, damage you by 15 if you were destroyed. Oh, he upgraded. Play 2 trinkets from the deck. See? Party is all we needed. All we needed. I need to thin out my deck though a little bit. It's getting a little crowded. The dwarves. Come a long way, let me tell you.
I'd get up. I would, Your Majesty, but my arse is frozen to the ground. Four Dwarfs Codex states it clear. If you're in a mine and something knocks, you'd do best not to knock back. Ever. I'd get up. I would, Your Majesty, but my arse is frozen to the ground. I'd get up. I would, Your Majesty.
We would take root neath Mount Carbon, where it's warmer, but allotments for the Vale. We would take root neath Mount Carbon, where it's warmer, but allotments for the Vale.
Riding past a mine, Meave noticed a group of miners gathered around the entrance to a shaft. Frost had settled on their moustaches and beards, suggesting they had been there for some time. The Queen summoned Gabor and asked him to determine the reason for this sit-in. He returned after a few minutes and announced the most curious thing.
They're waiting for the knocking to stop.
Meave's frown prompted Gabor to explain in greater detail.
According to our laws, dwarves can't go into a mine if there's knocking coming from inside. We're obliged to wait for the ruckus to quieten down.
Ah, yes. Our own miners share this superstition.
Reynard interjected.
They say the knocking is that of a treasure unknown, a kind of mine ghost.
With all due respect, your miners are dimwits.
Gabor said, patting Reynard on the shoulder.
Knocking means an imminent and abrupt discharge of the potential pliable energy of rock formations. In other words, ye ken, a rock burst. Except usually it's all done in a day or two, whereas these lads have been waiting going on 2 weeks. Foreman's grown impatient. He'd like to send someone down the shaft, have him see what's at issue, but, well, The code forbids us from doing anything of the sort.
If in this manner I can gain favor among your brethren,
sighed the Queen, dismounting.
so be it. I shall descend and see what the problem is.
The shaft was too narrow to fit an entire army, so Meave and a small unit of men entered the mine, miners' lamps in hand and hearts in their mouths. The rhythmic knocking coming from the bowels of the mountains, distorted and multiplied, was unnerving. Soon the company arrived at the place that seemed the source of the knocking. Gabor put his ear to the rock and listened for several moments in silence, then struck the wall with all his might. The wall crumbled with a crash, opening a passage into another corridor, from which sprang numerous foes.
What is this? People trying to get in the mountain? Reach for a dagger. Yeah.
Did you hear something? What was that?
My gnome senses are telling me. Those definitely aren't ghosts. What? Oh, yes, I'm on it.
To the last!
Greetings. What is it?
Wow.
Who goes there? Drop your weapons!
Nay, you drop yours!
Don't bother me.
Army's a waste of time for one like me.
No, he ate a card in my head.
Who just grabbed me?
Oh, apologies, Maeve. I thought you were raining.
Thought you were Reynard. He's lying to you, me. Lying to you.
Sorry, turnips back for an encore.
Sod it all.
Need to beat you.
Thing about slings, they hide well.
Maynard! Are we winning? I can't see a bloody thing!
Getting to work.
Not that far behind.
Have her done in a jiffy.
I think I played 2 trinkets from my deck already. I don't remember. Okay, we'll just go with 15.
March on.
Hey?
Damage a unit by 1 each. Okay, 8 times, huh? 8 times, you say? And I can do 4.
As you wish, milady.
Let's split. Well, how do you split? Let's try that. No, I want to
Give me a target.
3, 6, 9. Just kill that guy. Yeah.
Stop! Stop! We surrender!
Before I listen to the story, what's up, Stacy? How can I help you today?
Not here to see you. Okay.
What do you want?
Here for the Meg.
You're here for the Meg. Not even the pounce?
I'm leaving soon, so I'm checking.
Okay. Well, then I'll go back to my Thronebreaker. Wow. I just want you guys to know, she said I was a Thronebreaker, implying that I'm fat. That I broke the throne. So, no. Stacy's quite mean.
Not even, no.
Both sides were surprised. Both fought in the weak light of torches, nearly down on hands and knees. In the end, the Queen emerged victorious, and as soon as she had returned her sword to its sheath, she asked the new prisoners a question that was on everyone's mind.
Who the devils are you?
The captives looked at each other in disbelief, as if before them stood a ghost. Finally, one of them managed to choke out a response.
Your Highness, we're...
We're your subjects.
Meve recognized the accent at once. The men came from Rivia. But what were they doing so far from home? According to the prisoner's account, after the Nilfgaardians' invasion of their kingdom, terrible poverty gripped the land. Seeking bread, some desperate inhabitants had gone to the mountains of Mahakam, engaging in wildcat mining in search of precious ores. Without asking the dwarves what they thought of this,
You know yourself, my queen.
explained one captured Riv.
They guard their treasure real jealous-like, don't care a whit about the suffering of others. They see us starving down in valley and don't lift a stubby finger.
Sadly, the Rivians had dug close to existing corridors. When Gabor destroyed the wall that stood between them and the dwarves, they were convinced they were being attacked by monsters, so they raised arms in self-defense.
Maeve, 'tis a tough nut to ken,
said Gabor.
but let's nae kid ourselves. These men are thieves, and we must hand them over to the Mahakaman Guard.
So they may do what? Sentence them to hard labor, or hang them at once?
Said Reynard, his usual calm shaken and his voice raised.
These are your subjects, Queen. They coveted their neighbors' goods, true, but only because they had nowt themselves.
Again, this might get me in trouble, just like the other decisions got me in trouble, but they did steal. They openly stole. Or tried to. They didn't steal anything, but they tried to. So why would I let thieves back into my realm? You know?
If dwarves left the mountains to rob the fields of Rivia,
said the Queen after some consideration,
I'd want to judge them according to our laws. Like it or not, Bruverhoog has the same right.
But, milady, you're us queen. You swore to protect us.
From harm, yes, but not from due punishment.
With a heavy heart, Meve handed the Rivs over to the Mahakaman Guard. What happened to them, I cannot say for certain, but they were not seen again.
I agree, and now everyone hates me.
Well, boys, a wee swig and we get back to work. Well, boys, a wee swig and we...
My queen is building houses, the bank of... Oh, man. One vest, and I might have lost a bunch of gold, but we'll find more if we need.
The sound of approaching hoofbeats made Meve turn to see Reynard spurring on his panting horse, galloping at a breakneck speed towards her.
Ill tidings I bring, Your Grace.
Clearly. Glad tidings never arrive with such urgency.
Our scouts captured a Nilfgaardian messenger. He was traveling in disguise, and by night. When he realized his capture was imminent, he strove to destroy the letters he carried. We were able to salvage some, in parts.
Anything of interest?
Yes, there is, I fear. Your Majesty, you must listen. Consider your offer accepted. Direct Meve and her force to the agreed site. We await their arrival. Your reward shall be as agreed. Hail, Keritsa.
A traitor. We might have expected as much. Nilfgaard has shown amply that it abides only by the rules it sets. Since they have not proved able to defeat me in the field, in open battle, they seek other means. I suppose the scroll bears no name.
It does not, Your Grace.
The messenger. Have you questioned him?
Naturally, Your Grace. Alas, he knows not to whom the letter is directed. He was to leave it in an agreed spot.
I take it tidings of the whole affair have spread throughout the force?
Yes, Your Majesty. The witnesses were too many to keep this fact a secret.
We must thus assume the traitor in our ranks knows it as well, and will make no attempt to retrieve the scroll. A dead end. Have we any other leads or clues?
None I fear, Your Majesty. We must be alert. Keep a keen eye on events as they unfold, and exercise great caution in forging new acquaintances.
Very well. Eyes wide open, all senses attuned. Yours in particular, Reynard.
Of course, my liege.
God, Nilfgaard and their spies. And I'm not kidding. If I find another traitor, no matter whoever they are, they will die. It will happen. Thank you, Shrine. I needed some morale on that one. So, okay, consider your offer accepted. Yeah, okay. It's to a dwarf, so oh my god, you better not be you, buddy. We've been getting along so well, and if I swear, better not be you. If it is, breaking my heart, man. Breaking my heart. Oh, missing gold. Lots and lots of gold. Alright, we're just gonna have to make do with it for now.
Hey ho, how's my favourite queen in the north?
It's time I attended to other matters. Farewell.
Milady, they're an Odrin in our ranks. Man calling himself that ran up quite the tab last night, then disappeared with nary a trace. Ah, if a troubadour paid us a visit, wouldn't that be something? Imagine Master Dandelion performing here. What can I pour you, milady? Vizima's finest? Or a nice Redanian bitter?
Vizima.
Milady, they're an Odrin in our ranks. Man calling himself that ran up quite the tab last night.
Oh, no more. Beast with burning red eyes. This card is very valuable. Yeah, exactly. Mark and then kill. Better not be my new dwarf friend, I swear. If he's a traitor, he's going to die. But I hope it is not. Oh my god. No, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. Snow pile. Don't let Maeve die. Great. Show ability. Loyalty, okay.
Ever have a stone knock out one of your teeth?
Aye. Should have listened to me, old lady.
Jeez. The row with most humans. Got it.
Have it the white of an eye from half a league away.
This harvest, we'll be reaping black-clad heads.
Oh god.
Bigger they are, easier they are to target. Thing about slings, they hide well.
My spirit's willing and how, but these damn boots are killing me.
Okay. Alright.
There's a time to reap, a time to sow, and a time to die. Aye.
You guys are leaving?
Yeah, it'll be like 30, 45 minutes. Depending on
Alright. Have fun.
Should have listened to me, old lady.
Hit me with that, throw it there.
Have it the white of an eye from half a league away.
Hit me again.
This harvest, we'll be reaping black-clad heads.
One more turn.
My spirit's willing and how, but these damn boots are killing me.
Okay. Now I should be able to stall.
Bigger they are, easier they are to target.
Apparently, no, I'm not gonna be able to stall. No.
There's a time to reap, a time to sow, and a time to die.
Almost had that one. Okay. Okay, so I get hit once. Tie.
Aye. Should have listened to me, old lady. This harvest, we'll be reaping black-clad heads.
Okay.
Bigger they are, easier they are to target. Thing about slings, they hide well.
My spirit's willing and how, but these damn boots are killing me.
No.
Hey?
My spirit's willing and how, but these damn boots are killing me. There's a time to reap, a time to sow, and a time to die. Aye.
Throw one more here.
Should have listened to me, old lady.
Almost 3.
This harvest, we'll be reaping black-clad heads.
I don't like charades. I don't know how it works. That's cool. Sometimes. Sometimes I have my phone, sometimes I don't. Okay, so there we go. Oh, I see how it is. Then I throw it here.
My spirit's willing and how, but
I get hit.
Killing me.
If I move it here, move 3 there, so
Ever have a storm knock out one of your
1,
teeth?
2, 3. And it's not helping me throw things, though.
I've hit the white of an eye from half a league away.
2, 3. Oh, shoot. Okay. Too many numbers. I confused myself. Okay. That was bad. My bad. 1.
Should have listened to me, old lady. This harvest, we'll be reaping black-clad heads. My spirit's willing and how, but damn boots are killing me. There's a time to reap, a time to sow, a time to die.
Thing about slings, they hide well.
Aye.
Nope.
Should have listened to me, old lady.
I did better. I did better, but
This harvest, we'll be reaping black-clad heads. My spirit's willing and how, but these damn boots are killing me. There's a time to reap, a time to sow, a time to die. Aye.
Thing about slings, they hide well. Hey?
Should have listened to me, old lady.
Ever have a storm knock out one of your teeth?
dang. Almost have it. Almost have it in my brain.
Aye. Should have listened to me, old lady.
highest.
This harvest, we'll be reaping black-clad heads.
Three highest. So if I throw this down, yes.
My spirit's willing and how, but damn boots are killing me. There's a time to reap, a time to sow, and a time to die.
Have it the white of an eye from half a league away. Bigger they are, easier they are to target.
I mean, they got
Thing
that
about
anyway.
slings, they hide well.
Aye.
Wait. What? I thought I had that one. Okay, I guess I misunderstood. Don't let me die.
Ah, should have listened to me old lady. This harvest, we'll be reaping black-clad heads.
I still think this is the right move. Let them get hit there. I mean, it would be the same thing. Okay, and then move it
My
here.
spirit's willing and how, but these damn boots are killing me.
Okay, this is where I'll change it up. Put
There's
this
a time
here.
to reap, a time to sow, and a time to die.
Okay.
Have it the white of an eye from half a league away.
Aye. Ah, should have listened to me old lady.
Bigger they are, easier they are to target.
Boom. Boom. Just a few times and I get it. I get it. Boom, boom. Boom. I don't want to give up guys, even just for gold. It doesn't seem worth it. Does not seem worth it. Just in case, because I'm paranoid. Yeah, it's over that way. Alright, friends. Let's do it. Okay.
Neve's force neared Davor's abyss. Signs of beastly feasting were not hard to find. Countless paw and claw tracks were impressed in the blood-stained snow. Among the boulders, bones picked clean were strewn about. Gascon lifted one from the ground.
Empty inside.
He said,
Something sucked out the marrow.
Meave soldiers feigned indifference to the grisly sight. They marched on, their stepped rhythm unwavering, a song on their lips. Yet hearing a slight tremolo in their voices, Meave knew they merely sought to drown out their fear. A moment later, a commander's horn sounded, the signal to halt. The Queen galloped to the fore of the column and found herself at the edge of a vast, round hole in the ground. She could not see the bottom. Meve drew her reins tight to prevent her mount from taking even one step forward.
What is this? A crater? A desiccated lake?
A mine of the strip variety.
Gabor explained.
Treasures we picked and shoveled for here. Diamonds. Till we happened on the beasts, that is.
What now?
Orion's a dam. Holds back a lake. If we can break it, water will rush in, fill the abyss and the tunnels from which the beasts emerge. Just need to get around the mine first. Way down's on the other side.
Meve squinted and gazed into the distance. Indeed, there was the dam. And at its foot, a swarm of beasts roiled about. Her soldiers gazed at their queen expectantly, their arms at the ready. She knew well they would rush into battle, in spite of their fear.
Gabor!
Meve cried out over the whirling wind.
Have you bards here in Mahakam?
Course, Your Grace!
Then we shall give them good reason to compose this day, on the themes of courage, of heroism, of Lyria! Gee up!
And with that cry, the queen spurred her mount, grabbed a banner, and raising it high over her head, rushed headlong at the horrid swarm.
This is why we follow her. It's like Joan of Arc. Just runs in there. Gain 7 charges. Alright.
Here's the way down! We need to break through and destroy the dam!
Left, right, left, right.
One boat's all I need.
All right, that's no problem.
Something from nothing? It's exactly what I do. Yeah, yeah!
Feel any burning? See a local healer or wise woman.
Your Grace, monsters approach from all sides.
What's a helmet if not a pot turned over?
There we go. I'm feeling pretty good about this one. 3 more and we're good. 3 more and we're done.
We'll catch 'em all!
Ah, should have listened to me old lady.
Excellent! The dam's about to give!
Bigger they are, easier they are to target.
Ugh.
As you wish, milady.
Just gotta hold on. We have this. We have it in the bag.
It worked! Look at those stunners flounder!
Excellent work!
Trinkets. It's all about those trinkets.
And indeed, bards sang of this battle soon after. For no claws or fangs could break through the wall of shields the Lyrians raised that day. And no scales could protect the beasts from the Lyrians' stinging arrows and blades.
Fight! Do not relent! Let us show these beasts! It is they who should fear us!
The Queen shouted. In the end, the beasts turned to flee, yet Meave's force cut off any chance of escape. A solid wall of men began to push the monsters ever closer to the edge of Davor's abyss. Pressed from all sides, the horrors began slipping over the precipice, screeching terribly as they fell. Silence came at last. The Queen stood at the edge of the precipice, breathing heavily, leaning on her sword. From the depths of the mine came muted growls and groans.
Let's flood the damn hole,
Hissed Gabor.
before any other shite crawls out of it.
A rush of icy water suddenly rose, then just as abruptly plunged into the mine, flooding the pit. And where once lay Davor's abyss, now lay Davor's pond. Meave descended back into the pass, exhausted and covered in beastly blood, yet also exceedingly pleased. She was one step closer to dwarven support in the war against Nilfgaard. Once the Lyrians had put some distance between themselves and the now destroyed monster lair, Meave ordered her men to pitch camp. Then she sent the quartermaster off for food and drink. The soldiers lit campfires, then set aside their weapons. Soon after, lively music and song could be heard throughout the camp.
Your Majesty,
Reynard said from behind Meave's back.
A messenger from the Elder-in-Chief.
The Queen turned to see a dwarf in a richly adorned jerkin and a shako with golden seams. She stifled her laugh into a smile and lifted her chin proudly, expecting praise and a pledge of aid in the war against Nilfgaard.
My lady, your daring deeds have come to the Elder's attention,
said the dwarf in a measured voice.
He's positively irate and demands an explanation.
Irate? But why? I and my men, we've aided you greatly.
Elder Hoog awaits at the Long Bridge. You'd be wise not to keep him there any length of time.
And with that, all the Queen's enthusiasm for a celebration was instantly gone. She waited until the fires expired and the songs died down, then gave the order to march.
Oh, it better not be him. Because he flooded it. It better not be him. It better not be. 1 second, guys. Alright guys, I'm looking at the time and it's almost time to go, but I want to conclude this, so I'm not going to go anywhere. I'm just going to go take care of a few things, take a bathroom break, and then go. Give me, I want to say 2 minutes, maybe 5, and then we'll see this out. And then I'll stop for the day. Alright guys, I'm back. Let's see this through. Return in the spring. But we completed it, so why is he mad? Interesting and weird. I know, Pounce. I don't know why he would be mad. They had patrols here. They were gonna do it anyway. Maybe I took glory away from him. Oh my! Am I just gonna overthrow one of the dwarves for the Nilfgaardians? Is that what the spy's plan is? So much paranoia, Pounce. So much. Either they want to kill me or throw the dwarves onto Nilfgaard's side. I can't seem to figure it out, and that's because I don't have spies of my own. You know what I mean, Pounce? Lock. Look at 5 cards from your deck and play 2, then discard the rest. That's pretty good. Definitely gonna. You know what I'm saying, Pounce? It's pretty good. Pretty good. Command tent. That's pretty good. I almost want to do that. But I want these though. Even though the traps would be nice. More bombs. I want these. Damage a unit by 2. If destroyed, repeat this ability. That's gonna happen. Give 1 charge to the card on the right. Buddy. I love Pounce, guys, let me tell you. The Pounce.
He is the best Pounce.
He really is. Alright, now let's improve this a little bit, because it's getting a little crazy. Uh-oh. And it's okay, buddy. Should be back. Including self. Do I not find useful? The strays are doing really well. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, go get her. Should be back, buddy. Don't worry. There we go. Okay, let's see what he has to say, and hopefully it's not too bad. Congratulations, thank you. Agree. The mine must be evacuated. Carry as much as possible of what you've excavated so far. Raise the red banner so our scouts can spot. So, looks forward to safe return. So they were mining something they needed, and I just messed it up. That's basically what's being said. Then why would he do it? You see, he's prime suspect for a traitor because he did it. He said it. The absolute worst. to get on that side. Yeah. I have a gold version of that. It's amazing.
Frozen. All. Only the banner moves. Blown by the wind.
Downright poetic. Prime material for a ballad. Perhaps even a whole saga.
Gazing towards the horizon, Meve noticed a dark shape outlined against the mantle of snow that lay on the ground. It proved a tower, toppled and broken in pieces. Around it lay the ruins of other buildings, blocks hewn out of basalt rock protruding from the permafrost.
That'd be the Clan Vidmar ruins,
said Gabor, hollering over the wind.
Rich ones had their clan seat here till earth tremors turned all into dust. Hundreds of dwarves lived here once, and now, not a living soul.
Ah! Help! Save me!
On the contrary, there was someone midst the ruins, and said someone was clearly in trouble. Meve ordered her men to find the unfortunate soul. They returned moments later, leading a dwarf whose teeth chattered. They had found him in a ruined building where he'd sought shelter from ghouls. Judging by his appearance, the dwarf had spent the better part of a week there.
Mirko Vidmar, they call me.
He said, patting down unkempt hair that seemed to reach in all directions.
I came here seeking a family heirloom, lost in the tremors and the chaos they caused. I ken the chamber where it ought to be, but, well, beasts made their lair there. I cannot drive them off on my own. But bold warriors like you ought to cut them down in a jiffy. So, will you help?
I too have lost my home, estate,
said the Queen.
so I understand well what you feel. I shall help you recover your heirloom. Call it a whim.
Mirko Vidmar's face lit up. Though he'd spent a week besieged and eating stale biscuits, and though there was a hoarfrost in his beard, he quickly trotted to the front of the column and led the Lyrian soldiers to the underground chamber. As promised, beasts awaited there.
Alright, Pep. I'll see you soon. And you enjoy yours too. Make sure you give yourself a hug for me.
Bye, Pat.
Don't want that.
The ruins! From there they come! Drive them back!
Yes, I'm going to be on tomorrow. Today is the last day, then everyone leaves. And I go back to my no-lifing every game in the world that I want to play. So I'll be on tomorrow. It's my long-winded way of saying yes, I'll be on tomorrow. See you then. Okay. That's not cool. very not cool.
Again and again and again.
Mahjong.
Have her done in a jiffy.
I live to serve you.
Yeah. Yeah.
For the Queen!
Can't take it anymore.
There we go.
Not supposed to be any smoke.
The last one. Good.
Gonna need 3 buckets of nails and a tub full of pegs.
Once a helmet, it got a pot turned over. This could hurt.
One goat.
There we go. Fire friends. And with that, I say good day.
Let's get a move on before any others show up.
As soon as the fight was done, Mirko Vidmar ran towards a crate that stood on a pedestal, slipping on the now bloody floor. When the dwarf lifted the lid, precious stones spilled out.
Your heirloom? This?
Asked the queen, rather puzzled.
I thought a pipe that belonged to your grandfather more likely.
Seems to me Brother Mirko wasn't wholly candid with us. This here's no heirloom, no family souvenir. It's the treasure trove of Clan Vidmar. We thought it gone for good.
Pressed for the truth, Mirko admitted no family sentiment had prompted this expedition. The dwarf had planned to leave Mahakam and start a new life among humans. Yet he did not wish to do so without sizable capital.
I can't stand to stay here a moment longer. The days, all of them, they're identical. Rise with the first cockscrow, march in double file to the latrine, crap on command, 12 hours down the shaft and home to sleep.
Mirko complained.
Want a wifey? Put in an application. In triplicate. Care to snip your beard? Elders got to approve it. You want to add buttermilk, not cream, to your mushroom soup? Clan council's got to debate it. How's a dwarf not to get balmy?
I understand the lad, no two ways about it.
Gabor sighed.
But I feel it's my duty to remind yous that what Mirko's going and doing here, well, there are laws. Treasure's due the Elder-in-Chief, not to Mirko. That's one. Second, any dwarf that wants to leave Mahakam can't take nothing but his breeches, his dixie, and his coat. So, brief like, consider well afore you make your decision, Your Grace.
Oh, that sucks. Okay, so let's think this out. It sounds like I'm in trouble as it is. So if I let him go, he can start a new life out there, but who's to say he won't join Nilfgaard? There's a chance he would go against Nilfgaard. But he doesn't want to be ordered what to do, so he doesn't want to be controlled. So it's a good chance he will not like Amir, because Amir is more of the same. If I return the treasure to the Elder-in-Chief, this guy would be mad. It might hurt me later on, or I can keep the treasure and rob him blind. Serious consequences. But he is part of the clan. Alright. I swear, this playthrough I'm just gonna get killed for doing the right thing. I swear. I'm gonna do the right thing. Hopefully we return it to Vidwarn. That house will support me. This guy hopefully will backstab me to Nilfgaard. But robbing him blind would be nice. Which we can't do. Gotta think about the future.
I sympathize, Mirko,
said Neve.
but I'm a crowned head. I must decline. National interest requires I show the greatest possible care for my relations with Elder-in-Chief Hugh. Yet in aiding you, I could sour those greatly. I shall return the treasure to him, I must. While you do what you will.
Mirko Vidmar swore under his breath, then jostled his way through the Lyrian infantry and into the mountains, towards human lands.
Well, you're off to a good start. Lying and not telling the whole truth, that's pretty much every human I've run in contact with in this game, so, I mean, you're off to a good start. To start a new life. Is everything here now, or what? Almost. Cool. Then I can talk to the king, because I want to see what happened. But yeah, he's off to a good start. Already hates people, lying to people to get what he wants. I do sympathize. Being told what to do, when to do, is maddening. Like right now. What? Alright, cool. I'm just kidding. It's okay, Meg. It's okay, Meg. I'll be done soon. Unfortunately, but we'll set this letter. Okay. We'll see. Oh.
The Lyrians rode a narrow, winding path along the rocky ridge. To one side were ice-covered boulders, to the other, a chasm hundreds of feet deep.
They could have at least erected some barriers,
complained Gascon, knocking snow from his cap.
Got plans for that?
Gabor said.
Just need to decide how high to make them. What? Think. Should they be the height of your average dwarf, or a human? The debate's gone on for 20 years. On the one hand, you've got...
Gabor did not finish his discursion. He was interrupted by the Baba Ghazi that jumped down from the rocks.
Archers, shoot! Aim for underbelly!
Neve's soldiers made quick work of the lone monster. But the sound of battle spooked the horses harnessed to one of her wagons.
Whoa there! Whoa, damn it!
The driver tried to rein in the animals, but could not. They dragged him into the chasm along with his cart and the soldiers riding in it. They landed a few dozen feet below on a rocky outcropping. A moment later, Baba Ghazis swarmed everywhere.
Did you see how they fared? Anyone left alive?
Asked Neve, leaning over the cliff edge.
Worry more about their cargo.
Gascon replied.
They were also carrying chests of gold.
Blast. We can't get down there. Too steep and the snow keeps falling.
We can lower ourselves down a line. But without armor, shields, or heavy weapons, otherwise it will snap.
And the Baba Ghazis?
The Queen said, brow raised.
We shan't kill them with daggers. They're too thick of armor.
We'll have to try. Or continue on our way.
No, we're gonna try. Because they could be alive.
You only live once.
Neve sighed.
Gascon, round up some volunteers and let us move out.
Moments later, the Queen was lowering herself down a line straight towards the gaping maw of a Baba Ghazi. Her only armor, a woolen shirt.
Eliminate. Okay. Okay. This mountain is incredibly dangerous. Next time, I'm gonna bring a lot of different things. If there is a next time.
Careful! No one try to be a hero!
Pointy end upwards, right?
Okay. Just needs to be on my right.
My pain serves a purpose. Can't take it anymore.
Oh my god, okay. Just fire at them.
Got any victuals? Hungry like a wolf, I am.
Ah, slippery up here, and it's a bloody long way down.
That's right. Okay, cool. So that will keep you guys from. There we go.
Bereft of sword and shield, Meve could not withstand a single blow. She thus danced atop the frozen snow, deftly dodging the Barbegazi's lightning-fast strikes, while delivering but a few well-aimed hits of her own, to their eyes, ears, and gaping jaws. When the last monster fell lifeless to the ground, Meve walked up to the shattered wagon. The soldiers it had carried were bruised, frostbitten, but alive.
Yes.
Grace, we were sure you'd leave us.
A good ruler never abandons her folk.
Nor her gold.
Gascon interjected, while securing a rope to a chest. Soon enough, all were safely back on the path. The admiration Meve saw in her soldiers' eyes was in itself sufficient reward for her difficult battle.
Yeah, you never abandon your buddies. For friendship. Okay, he's waiting for me up there. I have quite the ways to go. Alright, friends. I'm gonna call it here because I don't have enough time, unfortunately. I'll be back tomorrow. Yep, tomorrow. And hopefully I can swing Sunday. I doubt it, but I would like to play Sunday into the next week because I've had less game time than I would like. So I'm not too happy about that. But I mean, life's life. Can't be upset. It is a grand life we live. Okay, so I will see you all tomorrow. Take care of yourselves and have a good Valentine's Day. I'm gonna go hang out with Pounce because he and his siblings are my Valentines, but the others seem to be sleeping and chilling. But Pounce is hanging out with me. So, and before we go, I did tell myself we would do something before I go. Boom. We'll check that out in a second. The Mastermind. Yes. How your experience succeed in hunting your friends for science and friendship. Kablam. MedCorp, because we care. And MedCorp will be part of those experiments. Gladly accept this one. Gladly accept that one. I'm going to preload that the minute it lets me. That's going to be April, guys. I probably will annoy all of you in April. I actually been wanting this game though too, so we're going to watch this a little bit. Holiday. I'm pretty sure I know what this is.
We awoke from one nightmare into another. Not on our dying Earth, but somewhere much worse. We came to Enoch as our last chance, a chance at a new home. But what we found didn't save humanity. It consumed it. We awoke changed. The anomaly unleashed within us, burning with power. Impossible power.
I believe it. Oh wow.
Enoch robs us of our humanity, yet gives us so much more. Each step taking us further from what we were, and closer to what we must become.
Interesting. Outsiders. Well, we will definitely see how that is. I'm not opposed to that at all. And we're going to see if this actually... Yes, there it is. Resident Evil. April 3rd. And I take it Stacy's back. So, I'll see you guys later. And, yep, see you tomorrow.